subscribe to the Donnie Houston podcast, man. Okay, can you tell me about this whole thing? Because even with the guys involved, like Jay's talked to me about these officers and the type of shit they was on and how, you know what I'm saying, he ended up getting caught up in whatever they was trying to put together, you know?
Yeah, in the night that I went, I got knocked off. Me and Jay sitting in my office. Give me a check that I had been laying on his desk for about a couple of weeks. So he came in my office, give me the check. He said, man, they got a J Prince rap-a-lot task force in town. Whatever you got on your mind, get it off of. Quit riding with them guns, quit doing this, say them people in town. But what had happened, probably 7-8 months, this individual started calling me, man, what's up with this? Man, put me down with this. Man, so I'm started brushing these people. But all the time, it's the feds. All the time, it was the feds, and I bit the
Did you know the cat who was calling you? Or this
yeah, but
they working through, he working for them. Yeah, got you.
But they out of New Orleans, cause there was a place we used to do shows at called the $1 Million Spot. We run all our promotional tours through there. And I had no idea these people had been busted by the feds.
People in New Orleans.
Yeah. And the night of, I'm sitting at the Hippie House studio on the hood of my car, and I'm talking about I done shook them that night. I done changed my mind. So they started, man, what you gonna do, man? We already got the money. All you gotta do, we got the key. I'll go in the room, get the bag. So I called Steve, and me and Steve get in the car together. We called 2 more little cats and had them to go get to the room for me, and I'm watching them. But all the time when I'm driving, I tell Steve, I say, man, this something ain't right about this. I said, man, I'm telling you, man, I don't feel right about this. I'm telling you, just had that feeling. And Steve said, man.
This after Jay just told you, man, these people.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, that's why I'm telling you. That's how somebody can be your angel and you ignore the sign. That man was my angel that night, and I ain't listened at it. I ignored it. I ignored the sign. Then I got another sign. Something was in my ear saying, man, get off the freeway. Something ain't right.
But they following behind you? What was it? Okay.
But I ain't know that. Them people have been following me all day.
No shit.
And some telling me, get off the freeway. So I mentioned it to Steve. Steve was like, man, everything easy for us. I said, you sure right. Went on. And rolled right into a trap.
So walk me through that. What ends up happening? They end up pulling you over?
No, I'm sitting up watching
the play go through.
Yeah, I'm sitting up, me and them, sitting up watching. I done parked, and I watched them get the key, go in the room, come out the room. I see the law swoop down on them, and at the same time they swoop down on us. But the whole thing is how everybody end up getting off but me. I tell them, I said, man, if y'all don't say nothing, y'all going home. And 2 got acquitted in their trial. Steve got granted a new trial, and I'm the only one. I was a lone conspirator on a conspiracy by myself.
How they end up doing you like that?
Because a dismissal and acquittal is not the same. See, they acquitted my two of my co-defendants 2 days into their trial. The judge was like, this ain't no conspiracy. They came in the conspiracy, and the night of, y'all didn't prove to me they know what Mr. Russell know. That she done the same thing when me and Steve got found guilty. She said, she told, in the day we was found guilty, she told the prosecutor, y'all improved to me, Mr. McCarter know what Mr. Russell know. I'm going to grant you, Mr. Carter, a new trial, but you, Mr. Russell, I ain't going to grant you a new trial because I think you knew something. You just didn't tell it. She said Mr. McCarter came into this conspiracy the night of.
Mr. McCarter, Steve?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they was what they wanted. The only reason my other two co-defendants got acquitted, them people had a cooler with a tracking device in it with some money and some bricks in it. If they would have opened it, then they would have knew what was in it. But when they asked them what was in it, man, beer and wine was normally in a cooler. She thought was this was some type of big drug deal, but she said, man, this ain't nothing but a theft of a person. Y'all made me think Mr. Russell was going out and robbing some big time drug dealers. Y'all set the man up to steal $250,000 and some cocaine that y'all put in a cooler. Yeah, that's what that case was about. She said y'all was hoping that he took that cooler back to Rap-A-Lot Records and it didn't work and how y'all playing. The lady was mad at the prosecutor and them agents for what they did, cause the whole thing was she says it was y'all plot, y'all dope, y'all scheme, all Mr. Russell had to do was show up. But y'all thought y'all were finna take down that record company, but it didn't work as y'all planned. She said, but I ain't granting you no new trial, Mr. Russell. I think you knew something, you just didn't tell it. That's how everybody went home, cause Jack Schumacher, that sucker Chad Scott who in the feds now, all them the same people.
From being, yeah.
Yep.
Donnie Houston.